Imagine staring up at a sheer rock face that stretches endlessly into the clouds. We often harbor these massive, life-defining ambitions, yet we find ourselves paralyzed by the thought of completing the smallest daily tasks. Alex lives in this state of paralysis. He has the ambition, but he lacks the discipline to move. He manages his anxiety by promising himself that his real work will finally begin tomorrow. This delay is fueled by a common misconception: the belief that a major project requires a massive, perfectly timed surge of motivation to get off the ground. We tend to focus on the distance between where we are and where we want to be, assuming we have to clear that entire gap in a single, desperate jump. Waiting for that perfect moment doesn't protect our goals. It makes the first step feel so heavy that we never actually take it. A professor intervenes with a different perspective. He suggests that progress is a structural process, a series of small, manageable sequences, rather than a one-time event. The first habit is waking up an hour early. This creates a dedicated window of time before the phone starts ringing or distractions take over. Habit 2 is reading 10 pages a day. This focuses on the steady accumulation of ideas, making a library of knowledge approachable. The third habit is setting small goals. By defining exactly one micro-task to complete each day, the brain can focus on execution instead of worrying about the finish line. These 3 habits function as a system. The early hour provides the space to read those 10 pages and lock in the day's single goal before anyone else is awake. These initial steps aren't designed to finish the project immediately. They provide the psychological scaffolding necessary to start the work without feeling crushed by the scale of it. When resistance inevitably returns, the professor introduces habit 4, the 5-second countdown. Counting down from 5 forces a mental reset, helping Alex move past the urge to stay on the couch. Habit 5 is writing down 3 things to be grateful for. This shifts the focus toward current resources and strengths, rather than dwelling on the obstacles ahead. Habit 6 is 10 minutes of exercise. This brief window of movement is designed to clear mental fog and generate the physical energy needed to sustain focus. The final habit is limiting phone time. This addresses the primary leak in productivity, reclaiming attention that would otherwise be lost to scrolling. On days when motivation is low, the 5-second rule acts as the trigger. It provides the initial push to start the workout or the journaling, which then clears the path for the rest of the routine. These 4 habits serve as a defense system. They are designed to manage the friction of daily life, ensuring the new routine remains intact even when willpower is thin. When we look at these actions over a few days, the change seems minor, but the impact changes when we view it across a 365-day cycle. This chart tracks the difference between zero action and small, consistent efforts. The baseline stays flat, but daily habits create a steady upward trajectory. Alex's progress becomes visible. The curve breaks down into discrete blocks, forming a staircase directly to his goal. By the end of the year, Alex reaches the summit. He didn't get there by jumping. He got there because he built a path, one step at a time. This suggests that while we can't control every external factor, a predictable routine provides a level of influence over our progress that sporadic bursts of energy never could. You don't need to adopt all 7 habits at once. Choose just one to implement today to begin breaking the cycle of paralysis. Focus on the process, remain patient with the timeline, and trust that consistent forward motion is the most reliable way to bridge the gap.